Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Pajama Guy, and now we're coming back for a... I am anyway. I'm coming back for another Let's Play. Today we'll be playing Devil May Cry for the PS2, PS3, and Xbox 360. I'll be playing the PS2 version for the sake of this run-through. So let us begin. I'll be starting a new file, starting fresh, starting new. I'll be playing on the easy automatic difficulty because normal difficulty just kicks my ass. Yeah.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparda.
Yeah, this is the introduction to the game. We're introduced to the Dark Knight Sparda. He just fights off some demons to save the world or something like that.
A legend. The legendary Dark Knight, Sparda.
Yeah. I like the track that plays there. It's cool. I think it's called Devil's Sunday. You know, the intro. Whoa. Okay, so now we're introduced to the, one of these supporting protagonists, Trish, who we'll be seeing sometimes during the game.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9.
Now we are introduced to our main protagonist, Dante, the son of Sparda, who basically, his day job is to kill demons, you know, because his father did that many millenniums ago.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
No, that's cool. Does it with style anyway.
What do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
And you'll notice that the voice acting in this game is pretty cheesy. It's on the lines with, like, you know, Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Resident Evil in terms of just pure cheesiness.
I only take special jobs.
And the lip syncing in this game is pretty bad. Not the worst I've seen. I've seen much worse.
The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
Now I love this part coming up right here. Just this the part coming up right here is really stylish.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparda? Didn't your dad teach you how to use a sword?
Coming up. Now this is awesome.
A sword. Time to go to work, guys.
I love how Dante's all like, no bitch, no bites for me. Bites ain't working on me.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood.
Here we learn a bit more about Trish's character.
You were the first one to know about my vengeance.
And we also learn that Dante tends to like getting stabbed in the chest with swords, because it doesn't harm him at all. At least in the cutscenes, anyway.
But I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help. To put an end to the underworld.
I gotta say, for a PS2 game, this looks really nice. To this day, it's not. The graphics, not as groundbreaking as they were before, obviously, but they still look nice.
20 years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Okay, so now we learn of
Yes.
now we learn
His powers
plot.
were sealed by Sparda. He's attempting
Plot
to gain
is
control
happening.
of the human world Once again, he has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island.
So now we learn that this island right here is basically trying to merge the demon world with the human world once again. And of course, you know, Dante won't have that. He's got to stop it. So here we are on the island. This is where the game begins.
The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go!
And we don't see her for a long time again. So now we've gone into the gameplay. So the controls of Devil May Cry, you move Dante with the analog stick, go figure. But the button layout is a little bit strange. Triangle jumps, at first I was expecting X to jump or whatever. Square shoots, R1 aims, circle uses the sword, and I do not think X does anything. Kind of strange. And here, now right here is a yellow orb we're about to consume. This basically this is basically this game's extra lives. And of course we never come to this outside section again, but there's really no need to. And now we are introduced to our first mission, Curse of the Bloody Puppets. Now, this game is split up into missions. I believe there's about 24 missions, I think. I'm not sure, I think it's 24. But anyway, this is mission 1, Curse of the Bloody Puppets. Our first task for this mission is to collect all of these red orbs, which is basically this game's currency. And it can also get you to different areas as such. Now, I'd like to introduce you to the backstory of this game in terms of development. You see, around time, early GameCube, you know, with all these tech demos and all that, there was a tech demo for the original concept for Resident Evil 4, which was just like all the classic games, you know, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica X, you know, all that jazz. And, you know, they were gonna, I believe it was finished. The original Resident Evil 4, but yeah, near its release, they decided to can that the idea of a classic Resident Evil style survival horror, and decide to go for a more action style approach. And of course, what came of that was the Resident Evil 4 we know and love. What came of the original Resident Evil 4 was this game, surprisingly enough. I really can't tell how. I guess it's because, you know, it utilizes some of, you know, Resident Evil's traits, you know, with fixed camera angles, well, sorts of fixed camera angles. They do move around somewhat. The control style, I guess. The art style, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is really nice in this game. It really does remind you of a Resident Evil game. Yeah, I think that's really what reminds you of what a Resident Evil game is from this game, because, you know, this was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, and the fact that that turned into this, and, you know, this sparked a whole fan base and a whole new game series is just really interesting. And, you know, I'm glad for the outcome, because, you know, I would have liked to play the original survival horror Resident Evil 4. You know, it looks pretty interesting, but I'm pretty happy what came out of both the Resident Evil 4 we know and this. Now, this game is the first in a series of games, the Devil May Cry series, that is, and did not know you could do that. So the Devil May Cry series started with this game. This is pretty much the first 3D beat-em-up game pretty much ever made. I cannot recall any other beat 'em up, three-dimensional beat 'em up before this. I'm honestly not sure of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So yeah, this is the first 3D beat 'em up game. It's pretty basic. You know, you got all the basic moves, you got some special moves, you got some power-ups, and yeah, that's the camera screwing with you right there. And for the first beat 'em up game, it definitely shows, because there are a lot of issues with this game, I must observe. Mostly some of the crude difficulty that you will encounter later in the game. It's not the hardest Resident Evil. I got sidetracked there with Resident Evil. The hardest Devil May Cry game. It gets pretty hard on the other difficulties. That's why I'm not playing on them. But from what I've heard, it does not compare to the original Devil May Cry 3, which I've heard is really, really hard. But anyway, enough with talking of development and stuff. Let's get into the combat of this game. So here we have our first enemies, the puppets. I think they're called that. Just call them puppets. They're the pretty basic enemies, pretty easy to kill. Nothing too special. Jesus, I'm really surprised how much I'm getting beaten up here, considering really simple enemies. Away with you. There we go. Oh. There we go. I think he's dead. Oh, no, he's still alive. There we go. So that was our first encounter in the game. We have about 9 million others. All with new, different, interesting enemies along the way. And now we got another one of these damn things. Die. There we go. That's nice. So from that first puppet's body, we got a key, which we're going to use on one of the doors in the first room that we entered. So let's just, go over there and check it out. You use the rusty key. Yeah, it definitely shows that it's a Resident Evil, that was originally a Resident Evil game, because it pretty much annotates, all the things you examine and all the things that you basically do. Which, of course, is like a Resident Evil game. And I think I may have to go down here. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this is for one of the future missions, but I might as well shove it off. Yep, I think I do have to come in here. So here is a much bigger scale brawling section. Pretty simple, just hack and slash away at these things. Occasionally shooting them, because you just want to build up on a really interesting combo. Just got some more of it here. Just gotta deal with these. And that green orb right there is basically health refill. Pretty much. Now let's exit this part right here. Oh crap, there's another one. Didn't realise. Oh, there's two of them. Jeez. How could I not realise that these are there? Yeah, these are here. Oh, there's another vitality orb thing. Now let's leave this area.